Happy New Year! I can't believe it. It's 2026, the first Feisty Friday of 2026. And I'm really excited to tell you what I decided to do this year for the first time to kind of help me think about what theme I might use or what sort of focus I might have for the 2026 new year. Sometimes I pick a word. I've done that on and off for quite a few years. And sometimes it's really resonated. Other years maybe less so. A few years were pivotal in that the word that I chose really transformed the way I approach my life and my work. But this year something came across my path. It was a recommendation that on solstice, which was the 21st of December, I should sit down and on that day write down 13, 12 or 13, I can't remember. I think it was 13. 13 things that I know and want to be true of my new year. So, statements like I am, and then fill in the blank. I am successful. I am in positive relationships with people I love. I am. Anyway, so I sat down and I workshopped that. I tried not to overthink it, but I wrote down 13 things on little slips of paper. And then the recommendation was to take the piece of paper, fold them up like little folds like this into a little, fold, put all of the paper together, all folded so you can't read which one is which. And then for every day after solstice, to pick one paper out of, and I just kept it in a little bowl beside my bed. Take one paper out, don't read it, and rip it up, throwing it away. You could also burn it. I wasn't interested in having multiple fires in my life over the last 13 days. Do this every single day until there's one left, which in my case was the very first day of the new year. And then with the one that's left, that's right, open it up and read on there what is left. And the goal of this activity is that you will let go and trust all of the other things are being taken care of. But the one that remains will be the one that you will put your energy towards. So this was the one. And I wrote on this one, I am for who I am for. So the Feisty PM is going to focus this year in 2026 on who I am for and also who I am not for. And I'm going to use my energy, my time, and my attention to think strategically about who I am for, to let go the ones that perhaps don't agree with what I have to say and or I don't get along with, or I have tension or conflict, or we don't see things a certain way. I'll remain open and I will listen, but I will not bow my feistiness to make them more comfortable. And the reason I won't is because I am for who I am for, which means I need to be fully present and embody myself this year. And at the same time, let those who are attracted to that find me, both as clients, as friends, as colleagues, and let others let them go. And for someone like me who has struggled with people pleasing, and I've shared that, I've talked about, in the Feisty Manifesto journey, recognizing where did this sort of level of like people pleasing perfectionist come from? And so much of it is just ingrained in the way I was raised. It's not a criticism to who raised me, it's just what it was. But how am I going to own that now? So I am for who I am for. It also means I really want to read into that as I am an advocate But I am not an advocate for everyone the same way. And that's because my advocacy is for who it's for. So, for many of you, you know, I am incredibly dedicated to advocating for voices that do not have the same ability to be heard, perhaps, that my voice does. As much as I do a lot of talking, I want also to demonstrate to those around me that my voice is also to create opportunity for others to be heard. And that means being for who I am for. So that's my Feisty Friday for the first Friday of the new year. I'm looking forward to a whole string of things. The podcast is back. We are going to go live in season 2 of the Feisty Project podcast, and that will happen next week or the first official week of January. It'll drop weekly, and I'm really excited about that. We're going to go for another 28. Yeah, that's right. Another 28. So our season will run till July, and looking forward to lots of feisty conversations. Also working on the ebook for the Feisty Manifesto, and once it's available, I will definitely push that out and it will be available for download for anyone who wants it. Got a lot of cool ideas about where I want to go in 2026, but I will be for who I am for, and this will be what I will spend my time and attention on. So, Happy New Year. Love to you all. Thank you for listening, and we will see you all next week for another edition of Feisty Fridays.